I'm still, for my part, pleased that you ended up settling on the title, The Practice.
Me too.
For me, the word practice, it has connotations of repeating something to get better at it, doing something for a living, practicing the law, for example. But also it brings to mind things like, practicing meditation or practicing yoga. It has a spiritual quality of things that you do for intrinsic reward rather than extrinsic reward.
Yes.
And so it really, putting into practice some of the principles from the book has transformed my work. I'm working on my second book, and putting these ideas into practice, it felt like taking the keys of a much better car, and my foot sort of barely touched the accelerator and boom, you're kind of really taking off. It was kind of almost scary. But when you talk about trusting yourself and contributing to a world of abundance and putting aside the scarcity mindset, easy to do when you've had a good night's sleep, when you've just had 3 pieces of good news, when you have a Seth Godin shaped track record. How do you flip back into that mindset when you are fearful, when, the last thing you've worked on has just fallen apart, when things are really difficult, which of course, for many people, they are at the moment?
Yeah, it's a great point. And I'll begin by saying, I can't imagine how difficult it is for anyone but me, that everyone is dancing with something. We've lost so many people. We have so many things stacked against us in any situation. I'm not minimizing any of that. I will challenge one of the things on your list, however, which is it's even harder to dance with the edge when you're well-known, because it feels like there's more at stake. My friend Elizabeth Gilbert wrote a book called Eat, Pray, Love, which was one of the most successful books of all time. And when she finished the sequel, she brought it to the print shop to make one copy so that she could send it to her editor. And instead, she threw the manuscript in the trash, and no one has ever seen that book. A year of her life gone. Now, what she learned from that is, 1, don't write a sequel. But 2, you're never going to write Eat, Pray, Love again. You're never going to step in that river twice. And, the people I know who are productive professionals can't do that work if they're simply trying to make another version of their greatest hits. It just doesn't work. That this ability to see, well, I like to tell the story of a lifeguard, and I write about this particular lifeguard in the practice. Lifeguards don't really have a lot of imposter syndrome when someone is drowning in front of them. They've been trained not to say, oh, is there a better qualified lifeguard around? What happens if I do? They don't do that. They don't say, if I jump in the water and I don't do a perfect job rescuing this person, will I feel badly? They don't do that. They rescue somebody. And that seems really obvious. If someone's drowning in 3 feet of water right in front of you, you rescue them. Yeah, but that book that you're working on, Paul, about marketing well, if you don't write it, someone's going to suffer. And so you're a lifeguard in that moment. And the reason we call it work, and the reason the subtitle is Ship Creative Work, is it's not do what you feel like. It's not do what's authentic. It's not do what comes to you when you're in the right frame of mind. It's not wait for flow. It's none of those things. It's work. You said you were going to do it, so do it. And we know it's work when you do it when you're hungover, when you've had a bad day, when the stakes are really high, when your boss is yelling at you, when the world isn't working right. That's when it's work. And so I love getting a good night's sleep, ever more rare, but I can tell you some of my best work has come in the worst conditions because I know I'm there to do work. I'm not just waiting for the muse to magically tell me the right answer.